guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ebony Davis. I'm a model, actor, poet. Some know me as an activist, but I just believe in the radical transformative power of self-love, and it is the 4th day of 2023. And I really feel like God is doing something new in this year. I'm doing something new in this year. I got me a silk press. If y'all been following me for a while, y'all know I've been all about the curls and the fro for years since I went natural in 2016. But I thought to myself, if God is gonna do a new thing, I'm gonna do a new thing. So this is my new thing. And I probably still do the curls and the fro and all of that too, but I just wanted to bring in the new year with a new look. So I hope y'all like it. I'm still natural though. I didn't get a relaxer. I don't want to get too far into it, but looking at this silk press now, I'm kind of upset with the adults in my life for letting me get a relaxer when I was young in the first place anyway, because clearly I didn't need one. She's bone straight. She's bone straight. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and talk about a quote that I posted as we were getting ready to go into the new year. 2022 taught me that it's so much better to wait on God than it is to try to be out in the world manufacturing our own opportunities. And I think manufacturing is such a key word, because in order to be in alignment with our destiny, yes, there's a certain level of work that it takes. There's a certain level of going to get it that it takes. There's a certain level of obedience. There's a certain level of movement that has to happen. But at the same time, we have to be keen to what God is telling us. We have to be keen to what the Lord is saying. We have to be keen to the instruction that we're receiving, or else we're just out in the world trying to manufacture our own opportunities, which might just end up being distractions because they don't actually align with the plan that God has for us. And that's when those, moments happen where you build something so big and so grand, and then you end up having to tear it all down because it was never built in the spirit of the Lord. It was never built within your purpose. It was built outside of your purpose. So although it seemed like a great opportunity and it seemed like you were building something lasting and building something meaningful, you ended up having to tear it down, abandon it, walk away from it. That could be work, that could be a relationship, that could be any number of things. But it was something that you manufactured, and when you decided to do that thing, you didn't tap in with spirit and say, is this in alignment with your plan? Because I know what my plans are, but what are your plans? If I'm not in alignment with your plans, then I don't want to do it. And that's the thing I really want to emphasize too, is that God's plan for us, like I said, there's a season for everything. It's in the Bible. There's a season for everything. There's a season for sowing seed, and there's a season for harvesting that seed. There's definitely a season when God is like, go do the thing, you know what I mean? Go plant those seeds, go meet those people, go be outside. There's a season to hibernate, there's a season to just rest and recuperate. But in all of those seasons, being in alignment with God's plan for your life is going to require the least amount of energy, and it's going to yield the least amount of resistance. And so there's definitely going to be times when you're exhausted. There's definitely going to be times when you're tired. There's definitely going to be times when you feel drained. And be that as it may, if you are in alignment with God's plan for your life, that tiredness and exhaustion is going to be significantly less than it would be if you were out trying to do it for yourself, by yourself. I'm talking about the path of least resistance here. When I say getting in alignment with God's will, this is when, the obstacles are moved out of your way by divine intervention. This is when you don't have to try to make things happen, because you can pray on it and things will shift. Your tongue will shift things. Your thoughts will shift things. Your feelings will shift things, because it's in alignment. But when you're out of alignment and you're trying to do things, and you have to put so much effort into it and it doesn't seem like it's budging, it's because it's out of alignment. It's not in alignment with God's will for your life. And so you're exerting so much more energy than you would if you were just on that path, constantly checking in with God. Hey, God, every morning, personally, I wake up every single morning. I pray and I ask God, what do you need me to do today to be in alignment with the highest possible outcome for my life? What do you need for me today to be on the highest timeline possible, to achieve the most success possible, to yield the best results possible? And I listen, and then I go out and do that thing that God has told me to do. If I woke up every morning and I made my own plan and my own agenda, things might not go as smooth, because I don't have the foresight. I don't know that, if I hop on the freeway at 10 a.m. because I want to be somewhere at 11, that there's a car crash and there's traffic and I'm not going to get there till 11:30 anyway. I don't know that, but God knows that. And so when you listen to those downloads and you get that insight, you're going to be placed on the path of least resistance. So like I said, yes, there's going to be times when you're out in the world and you got to work and you're tired and exhausted and it's like, dang, God, I could really just use a little break and a little spa day right now. You feel me? But at the end of the day, you're still going to be exerting less energy than you would if you were trying to follow your own path. And I'm just speaking from a place of experience. Like, I remember I went into 2022 with like this whole curriculum, like this whole plan for like how each month would pan out. Like I literally planned out each month. I sent it to everybody who, collaborates with me in like manifesting this vision, my modeling agent and all that stuff. And I was like, this is the plan. But the plan didn't leave any room for God. The plan didn't leave any room for divine intervention. And so what I realized is that I was burning myself out trying to stick to the plan when God had a whole different plan for me that wouldn't have required me to burn myself out. Even if it required me to maybe be a little bit tired sometimes, it wouldn't have led to the same level of exhaustion that I experienced trying to follow my own plan. And at the end of the day, a lot of those things that I was, creating, a lot of those things that I wanted to go and get and do ended up falling through because they just weren't in alignment. God had something bigger for me. And it's not that they were bad things. And that's the other thing I want to emphasize too, is that opportunities or distractions that come in the form of opportunities aren't always bad things. And that's where you have to use your discernment. Is this in alignment with God's will for my life? Is this maybe an opportunity for someone else? Is this something that I can pass up on to get to a greater place, to get to where I'm going? Because God has given me a vision. And although this might seem like a great opportunity, although there's financial abundance attached to this, although there's certain people and certain names attached to this, is my destiny attached to this? Is my vision attached to this? Is what God has shown me attached to this? And a lot of times the answer to that is going to be no. Satan doesn't always show up in the form of, ghouls and goblins and scare. Sometimes it's just an opportunity that's just going to take you a little bit off your path. And then it might take you a little bit more off your path. Next thing you know, you way over in the wilderness and you didn't even know that God had an oasis for you. You in the wilderness and you didn't even know that God had paradise for you. You in the wilderness and you didn't even know that God had vacation for you, island for you, sand for you, sunshine for you. Little by little, you started moving off that path and taking these opportunities that were really just distractions. You didn't realize what God had for you already. But had you tapped in with God, had you used discernment based on your own vision, had you not been so ready for immediate gratification, then you would have remained on your path. And you thought the shortcut you thought was a shortcut that you were taking, that really took you the long way. The path that God had for you would have been the actual shortcut. That was actually the long way. You thought it was a shortcut. You thought that immediate gratification was going to catapult you somewhere or take you somewhere a lot quicker. But one thing that I know about God is this is a path of sacrifice. This is a path of consistency. This is a path of diligence. There are no shortcuts. We want them so badly, but there are none. You earn every blessing with God. You earn everything with God. But that's why you don't have to pay it back. That's why when you build it up, it doesn't crumble. That's why when you get it, you don't lose it again. Because you've earned it. You've earned every bit of it. God doesn't revoke it because you did the work. That's what Satan does. That's the immediate gratification. You get something you think you want right away, but you end up having to tear it down because it wasn't what God had planned for you. So as we move into 2023, I just wanted to give you guys this message, and I just want to leave you with that thought, you know, like really take the time to tap into your spirit daily, not weekly, not bi-weekly, not monthly. Like tap in daily. Don't wait till you're going through something devastating. Don't wait till you've had a big blow up or fallout. Like talk to God every single day. God has an itinerary. God has an agenda for you from the time you open your eyes to the time that you go to bed at night. Get in tune with that. Figure out what that is. And it might not be the same every single day. And that's why you have to constantly be in conversation and be flexible. Be willing to go into a different direction. But trust and believe that God has a plan for you each and every day. So get in tune, get tapped in, and I promise you that you'll have the best year of your life. I'm prepared to have the best year of my life because I feel like this was such a huge lesson for me. Every day I pray to move Ebony out of the way, and I pray that God gets in the way. I pray that God's will be done through me, and that my own agenda just be surrendered, because I've seen the results of trying to do things myself and it's not great. You know what I mean? Like the outcome is all right. I've done great things, but did those great things help me to get to ultimately where I know God wants me to go? No. So what was that? Energy that I could have, used for something else. But at the end of the day, it's all lessons. So it's all blessings. So even if you have found yourself in situations where you are living out of alignment with God's will, know that all of that can be transformed. All of that can be used. God uses everything. God uses every experience. It's all about the lesson. So there's no shame. There's no guilt. There's no regret. There's no looking back and saying, oh, I wish I would have. No, it's cool. It's all good. God gonna be there. Your destiny gonna be there when you get back, and you're gonna have a lot more experience to show for it. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm so glad y'all are on my YouTube. I'm gonna be more consistent with posting this year. That's definitely one of the things that God has placed on my heart, is not just using my writing, on Twitter or whatever, but actually vocalizing the things that I think and the things that I say, because there is a healing resonance to my voice. So I've been told by the Most High. So with that, I hope y'all have a wonderful year, and I look forward to connecting with y'all some more soon. Like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. I love you all so much, and I'll talk to you soon.